Hey. My name is Carly.
My name's Alyssa.
My name's Justina.
My first assault happened roughly 2 years ago while I was in a relationship with someone else.
My first assault happened in 2015 when I was 14.
When I was 6 years old.
After the assault, I felt really lost and confused. I didn't understand why it happened to me, and I started questioning, what did I do to deserve it?
During the time soon after the assault, I was lost and scared, and I had no hope for myself.
I actually didn't know how I felt. I didn't know what sex was at the age of 6. I was scared and confused, and I didn't know. I didn't know how I felt because I didn't know these feelings I was feeling. It was very, very confusing.
The support I found after the incident was little to none, and the few people I could turn to weren't there for very long.
After the incident, I actually, I didn't know that it was wrong. I knew that I was scared, but I didn't know that, I didn't seek support. I didn't understand what was going on. I sought support when I was 25 years old, when I started having intense, vivid flashbacks and memories and dreams and night terrors. So I started to seek support about a year and a half, 2 years after I started to get my first night terrors.
After the incident, I found support in my friends and my family. My family really stood behind me and made sure I was all right. The support stopped around 6 months after a family member told me that I needed to get over it and that it wasn't a big deal, when it was.
I found the support stopped before I needed it, and it became desperate for my mental health.
Currently, no. I am on a framework with Crime Victim Services, and it will run out eventually. But for now, I am supported, and if it does run out, I will hopefully continue to support myself, even though it's expensive, but totally worth it.
I do feel like I was treated differently, and I still am today, and it's hard to get over.
No. I feel like a lot of women in my community have been affected by this issue, and that the whole statement of "I am not alone" and "me too" is gratefully affecting how we all feel about the issue. Not treated differently thus far.
Yes and no. I don't feel different. I don't feel like I'm being treated differently, but it could be really obvious some days, or it can be people not telling me things.
Not after the initial assault, no. I was very scared and told not to, and that people I know and love would be very hurt. So I crammed it inside my soul for a very long time.
I told my mother about a day and a half after the incident. She found me in my room crying.
I did tell someone. I told multiple people, and there was a lot of cases where I wasn't believed, and it made the incident even harder for me. I wish people would understand that people who are sexually assaulted or assaulted in any way, they're still human, and although parts of them change, they're still themselves, and support is always needed.
I wish people understood that even though we went through a very traumatic incident, we are still human, and that we wish not to be treated like glass or porcelain. We know what happened. We don't need to be treated around.
That they're not alone. That this is an issue that affects both women and men, and that if somebody comes to you with information that they need to disclose, and that they need to share with you, that is very intense, to just listen. And you can actually visit specific websites that'll give you a step-by-step how to, depending on their age, if it's a young person, it's a different story. If it's an older person, it's a different story. The sooner, the better.
I want to say that anyone going through sexual or even physical assault, you can turn to people, and there's more than one person you can trust. The people that you think you won't trust sometimes have the most knowledge, and you're not alone.
Once again, you're not alone. This issue affects a lot more people than we would like to think.
If this has ever happened to you, just know that you're not alone, that there is support everywhere you go, and just because you feel like you're tattling on someone, you're not. You're really just trying to get closure.